button. The Bard's Tale, settings, button. Start, button. Purchase, restart, button.
Are you sure you want to restart?
Home,
All
pause,
of your
button.
progress will be lost.
Yes, no, yes, yes.
A word of advice, adventurer. While this audio role-playing game is fully playable on any device, there is beautiful artwork and other gameplay information displayed throughout the game.
Screen
Feel
curtain
free
off.
to try it out on a screen-enabled device to utilize these graphical elements. Now then, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, home, yes, but yes.
This is the land of Kate, where dwarves, elves, and trolls walk side by side with humankind. The land is once again in turmoil as the central city of Scarabray is undergoing changes. The oppression against the non-human races, the members of the Adventurers Guild, and all things magic, is escalating. A street urchin sits in one of the many alleys in the bustling city. Their path astray. The youth watches, as so many times before, the flow of people through the small corridor. Their stomach starts rumbling. Hunger, twisting and tearing, as it makes itself known again. A large shadow is suddenly cast over the alley, as a cloaked figure approaches.
Greetings, young one. I go by the name Sabel the Seeker. I seek out individuals that have fallen from the path laid out for them, and the threads I cast have led me to you. Say, if you could see a different future for yourself, what do you see? Do you see yourself weaving magic? Perhaps protecting others? Maybe a life of deception? Or singing inspiring songs?
Cloak, people. Cloak, fighter, button. Practitioner, button. Rogue, button. Bard, button. Rogue, but practitioner, button. Fighter, button. Fighter. Lead.
Ready to put your own life at risk in order to defend others. A noble trait indeed.
The youth reflected on this. This would set you on the path of the frontline fighter. Your first-class ability would be Taunt, an ability which, when used in combat, will force all opponents to take a step forwards. Are you sure you want to live out the rest of your adventures as a fighter?
Yes, button. Yes.
Interesting. For some time now, I've gathered individuals, not unlike yourself, in a new town down south. There is still a lot of work to be done, but it's shaping up nicely. Unfortunately, the town is suffering from hardship right now, and you are the one who can help. My ship, the Adir, is waiting at the docks. Just state my name to the captain. Seek out the Adventurers Guild when you arrive. Oh, and before I forget, take this.
You have just received your inventory. You can open it by saying "Open Inventory" when the opportunity arrives. All of the sudden, two men brandishing swords stop at the mouth of the alley, discussing something between themselves, while glancing over at the two of you.
We are out of time. I will hold them off. You have to make it to the docks.
No, just look at it. Scrawny and
Not wanting to get caught up in the situation, you grab the bag and start running, leaving the commotion behind you. The last supplies are being loaded onto the Adir as you find it. And standing at the foot of the gangplank, a woman inspects a list.
Halt. What business brings you here? Let me guess. Sabel sent you. Well, before you can board, I need to fill in this form. A captain worth her coin needs at all time to know what she has aboard her ship. What is your name?
You can't remember ever having a name, but you have heard the street urchins of Scarabray being referred to as pigeon children.
What? A pigeon child. That's not very flattering. You could at least choose a different bird. Let's see. Maybe crow, raven, hawk, or sparrow.
Sparrow, hawk, but raven, but crow, but raven, button, raven. Outdoor.
Very well then. Raven. I must admit, I quite like the sound of that nickname.
The captain notes it down and looks up at you.
That should be all. Feel free to board. We're leaving within the hour.
A life spent living on firm land has not prepared you for the journey at sea. You soon find your assigned spot, under deck. The constant rocking, combined with the stench of sweat and sea salt, keep you close to your bunk bed. You struggle to adjust to the dim light. Try saying, "Look around," to inspect your surroundings closer.
Look around, button, look around. Window.
You will find that noteworthy things around you are highlighted by this signal. Interact with these highlighted objects by using any of the following key phrases. Look at, talk to, pick up, or use. For example, use door, or look at bed. You can also talk with your companions by saying talk to companion. Your eyes start to adjust to the dim light, and you take in your surroundings. You see your bunk bed and chest assigned to you by the captain. The other passengers seemingly find themselves in the same miserable state as you, except an elven bard rhythmically swaying while thrumming his lute. You should try to go to sleep, as the journey is long and you could use some shut-eye, though you also have some time to explore your surroundings. Well then, what do you want to do?
Look around, button, look around, button, look at. Button, look at. Use, talk to, pick up, bed, button, bed. Window.
The thin mattress would offer little comfort. Maybe you can find something nearby that would heighten the sleeping experience. Well then, what do you want to do?
Window. Look around, button, look at. Look at. Talk, pick up. Bed, but chest, button, chest. Window.
As far as you can gather, the chest comes with the bunk. Possibly for the crew to store away personal belongings. A hidden object is needed to advance the story. Try saying, use chest, to see what's inside. Well then, what do you want to do?
Look at, look around, look at, use. Pick bed, chest, pass it, talk to, pick up, bed, chest, but, chest. Window.
You open the chest and find a pillow. You gain 3 experience points and gain a dirty pillow. You need a total of 10 experience points to level up. In order to level up, win a combat. The elven bard leans over.
Look at that. Yours barely has any stains.
Lucky you. I will just have to ignore the brown spots on mine. Anyhow, a good nap should make this trip a whole lot more bearable.
Well then, what do you want to do?
Look around, but look at. Use. Look at. Look at. Talk, pick up, use. Talk to, pick up, bed, chest, passengers. Passengers. Window.
Like you, the passengers are mostly keeping to themselves at their assigned places. Well then,
Home. Button.
what do you want to do?
Home. Window. Home. Home. Look around. Look at. You. Look at. Look at. Open microphone. Look around. 100 settings. Replay. Home. Button. Elvin Bard. Button. Elvin Bard. Window.
The lanky elf is wearing a white, threadbare shirt and a lilac jacket that has been patched more than once. You also reflect that this is the first time you have seen an elf wearing a hat. When you're done exploring, try saying, "Use bed" to advance this tutorial. Well then, what do you want to do?
Look around. Look at. Use. Talk to. Pick up. Talk to. Talk to. 100%. Elvin Bard. Button.
So, Raven, was it? I happened to overhear you, Nikan, as you boarded. Quite the name. You'll have to tell me about it sometime.
What do you want to do?
Look around. But look at. Use. Look at. You. Talk to. Pick up. Home. But pick. Talk to. Use. Use. Talk. Pick up. Bed. Chest. Bed. But bed. Window.
You consider going to sleep, hoping to wake up when the boat arrives at its destination. Are you ready to continue the journey?
Yes. Button. Yes. Window.
A firm grip on your shoulder stirs you from your deep sleep.
Window.
The Elven Bard is standing over you, his gaze fixed on the back of a kneeling hooded figure rocking back and forth at the other side of the ship. A deep repetitive murmur can be heard coming
Window.
from the figure.
Wake up. Something is not right here. I noticed that fellow casting strange looks at you earlier, and now he is acting out of the ordinary.
The man suddenly turns silent and stops his rocking. He stands up slowly, turning towards the both of you. His appearance is covered with a mask made from a skull of some creature with pointed fangs, made to rip flesh. In his right hand, he is holding a ceremonial-looking dagger, its curved blade filled with strange markings.
It's been foretold, but I refuse to believe it.
The man suddenly lets out a primal scream as he lunges at you. Welcome to the combat tutorial for Bard's Tale. This tutorial is aimed to teach you the fundamentals of the Bard's Tale combat system. Do you wish to play this tutorial?
Yes. Button. Yes. Window.
Let's get started then. We will first take a look at the battlefield and positioning. The combat in Bard's Tale takes place on an 8-square grid. 4 squares, arranged in a 2x2 formation, belong to your party, and the enemy's squares mirror yours. The positions for this combat scenario are as follows. You are standing in the front left position. Your companion is standing in the back right position. And the enemy, the cultist, is standing in the front right position. If you at any point need a reminder where all the characters are positioned during combat, simply say, "Look around." Let's try it out. Try saying "look around."
English. Look around. Button. Look around.
You are standing in the front left position. Your companion is standing in the back right position. And the enemy, the cultist, is standing in the front right position. Good. Let's take a look at movement next. You wouldn't want to stumble around the battlefield. Every combat scenario starts with you controlling your own character. Moving during combat is done by saying "move," followed by the direction, or naming the square itself. Note that a character can't move diagonally. Also, if you move to a square where a companion is standing,
People.
you will switch places. Now, say, "move right," to move your character from the front left position to the front right position.
Move. Button. Home. But move. Move. Right. Button. Right.
You are now standing in front of the cultist.
I'm going to gut you.
The enemy is getting impatient. Let's move on to attacking. In order to perform an attack, the character attacking has to be in the same line as the enemy. Note that some skills take exception from this rule. The effectiveness of attacks is determined by the equipped weapons, stats, and positions of both parties. Melee weapons are most effective from the front line, and when standing on an adjacent square. Ranged weapons work best from the back line, and when there are at least one square in between the intended target. This is the perfect time to attack since you are standing directly in front of the enemy. Try attacking by saying, "Attack."
Attack. Button. Attack.
You attack the cultist, dealing 5 damage. That showed him. Let's take a look at companions next. Remember to not leave them hanging. If you have companions in your party, one of them will join you during combat. When outside of combat, you can choose what companion you want to fight with. You have the bard with you. Try changing to your companion by saying, "Switch character."
Switch character. Switch character.
I'll put you right back to sleep.
You're now controlling the bard. Each companion has a unique class ability. This ability is enhanced by the intelligence statistic. The bard's class ability grants bonus health and intelligence for the rest of the combat, but stuns them until the end of your next round. Try using the bard's ability by saying chug or use class ability.
Abilities. Abilities. Chug. Button. Chug.
The bard takes a deep chug from his bottle, enhancing his health and intelligence, but leaves him swaying on the spot. Let's continue by mentioning actions and turns. The player can take up to 3 actions during one combat turn. The actions are attacking, moving, and using an ability. You have now taken 3 actions, effectively ending your turn and starting the enemy's turn. The cultist readies his knife and attacks you, dealing 4 damage, ending the enemy's turn. You are controlling your character again, but you have taken damage and are severely injured. This is where items can come in handy.
Here, take this. You're going to need it.
Your companion handed you a health potion. Drinking potions restore some of your health. Try drinking the health potion by saying, "Drink potion."
Drink potion. Button. Drink potion. Speech off.
You drink the potion and restore all your health. Your maximum health is determined by your constitution and can be increased with items. The cultist is weakened. Let's finish him off by attacking once more.
Speech on. Attack. Button. Attack. Speech off.
You attack the cultist, finishing him. Congratulations, this concludes the combat tutorial. If you need further assistance while in combat, try saying help. The man falls to the floor with a heavy thud, his eyes never looking away from you. All the other passengers are now widely awake, staring at the scene in shocked silence.
No. This is all wrong. It should be one of us who inherits the will, not you.
With the last sentence uttered, the man takes one final deep breath before passing. Men from the crew come rushing down into the quarters. Having heard the commotion,
What's going on here?
the bard goes to meet them.
We were just defending ourselves here.
Let's see if we can't make up for this little misunderstanding.
Well then.
You overhear the bard offering apologies and promises of compensation from Sable for the trouble. With the crew satisfied, the remains are carried upstairs. The bard then turns to you again.
You should get some rest. We still have some way to go. I'll keep watch.
Even though you doubt another second of sleep will come, sometime during the night, you drift into a slumber. You awaken to the call of land spotted by the crew, and quickly make your way topside. The sailors have dropped the sail and are advancing on oars. And a thick fog has enveloped the ship, obscuring all sight from the deck. Slowly, shapes start to form behind the misty veil. The docks of a small port are first to emerge. Next is a stone wall, hiding the town behind it. Tendrils of smoke from the town chimneys dance around the two rooftops that are tall enough to be seen. The other passengers are gathering on the deck as the ship makes its slow approach. A sailor throws a rope to others waiting at the dock, who proceeds to tow the ship.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, make of it what you will. But here we are.
The gangplank is placed, and you rush off the ship. The bard follows close behind.
Welcome to Lorcburn, Raven. Zabel's idea of a safe haven. The captain informed me that he picked you up personally. My name is Irving. Let me accompany you to the door of the Adventurers Guild. Having company is never a bad thing, after all. Oh, and take this. Every adventurer needs it, even future ones.
Irving hands you a book.
You can use it to keep track of the tasks you have.
You have just received your journal and a new task. Let's take a look at the task at hand. Say, open journal to open it.
Speech on. Miscellaneous. Home. Button. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. Open journal. Button. Open journal. Speech off.
After the narrow escape from Scary Bray, Sabel has tasked you to board his ship and visit the Adventurers Guild in Largefern. You close your journal as you reach its final entry. With the bard by your side, you look around the docks of your new home. Large crates are stacked along the edge of the docks. A group of people is talking in hushed tones at the end of the pier. Going north would take you into town, where you see a building with an oddly shaped roof ornament. A round red bottle with a long neck and stopper.
Feel free to look around the docks for a bit. We can go north when you are ready to head further into town.
What do you want to do?
Speech off. Look around. Button. Look around.
Large crates are stacked along the edge of the docks. A group of people is talking among themselves in hushed tones at the end of the pier. Further north, up the road that leads into town, a large building with a strange carved ornament on the roof can be seen. What do you want to do?
Look around. Button. Look around. But look at. Look at. Use. Talk to. Pick up. Go. Miscellaneous. Group. Button. Crates. But building. Home. Building. Crates. Crates.
The crates look just like regular crates to you. There are no markings to suggest what they could contain. In order to traverse to new areas in the city and the world, try to use commands such as go north. What do you want to do?
Look around. Button. Look at. Button. You. Look at. Look at. Use. Talk to. Pick up. Go. Miscellaneous. Group. Button. Crates. Building. Group. Button. Group.
The members of the group are scruffy looking, wearing tattered long-sleeved clothes. What do you want to do?
Look around. Look at. Use. Look at. Look at. Oh, one. Replay. Home. Building. Button. Building.
The building is too far away to inspect. To navigate the streets, try saying, go north. What do you want to do?
Look around. Look at. Use. Talk. Pick up. Go. Miscellaneous. Group. Button. Crates. Button. Crates.
You smash the crates open and find a healing potion. You gain 3 experience points. You pick it up and stash it in your inventory.
You sure are fierce. It didn't stand a chance.
In order to traverse to new areas in the city
Home.
and
Pause.
the world,
Fast forward.
try
Fast forward. Look around. Look at. Use. Talk to. Talk to. Pick up. Go. Read. Group. crates, group, button, group.
The eldest of the men turns to face you.
Did that boat just arrive from Scarab Ray? Rumor has it that the Featherettes have started to act on what they are preaching. I haven't heard from my brother in weeks. I hope he hasn't been thrown into a dungeon, or worse.
What do you want to do?
Look around. Look at, use, talk to, pick up, go. Pick, go, go. Miscellaneous, north, home, but north, button, north.
You take the road north, making your way to the building with the ornament bottle on the roof.
This is the apothecary. The business is supposed to provide potions for guild members and beverages to the tavern. And over there is the owner of the establishment.
By a serving hatch, the store clerk is overlooking the street. To the north is a collapsed bridge. Looking east, you see a building with a large sign. Going south will lead back to the docks. What do you want to do?